This is Dan Schreiber talking to you about technical leadership. Today we're going to talk about 3 talents that you need to be awesome at. Steve Martin gives advice to say his tip for success is to be so good they can't ignore you. I can imagine this still leaves people a little bit at a loss. Where do you focus? Does it matter where you focus? Can everyone just be an award-winning banjo player like Steve Martin is? If you can be awesome at a few basic talents, you can really stand out. It seems like you should need to be awesome at something unique to stand out. And this is where this advice may seem a little counterintuitive. I don't recommend finding some obscure skill, nor do I think you have to have some innate talent as a starting point. I propose you focus on things that everyone must do and do them so well they can't ignore you. First, be awesome at running meetings. Meetings are an unavoidable way of life in the work world. Running a meeting well will get you the respect of everyone who attends it. Word will get around that your meetings are worth attending. The basics here are simple. They don't require any special skill. Here's a short list of rules. Be explicit about the purpose of the meeting in the invite. Send an agenda in advance with topics and times. Start and end on time. Use a parking lot for off-topic items. And distribute decisions and action items after the meeting. I improved my meetings using these basic rules in an organization that was truly terrible at meetings. Across the organization, meetings started late, they ran over, they had no purpose. As I followed these rules, my meetings got better. And after other leaders attended my meetings by peers, I earned not only their attendance, but also their respect. Second, be awesome at managing a project. Projects are any collection of tasks with an intended result. You don't need to be a project manager to be responsible for managing a project. Whether they're your own project or someone has tasked you to coordinate a group of people to some deliverable, you need to know how to manage a project. The basics here are organization and communication. It's not difficult, but it requires continuous vigilance. Here are the fundamentals. Write down a list of stakeholders on your project. Write down the goal of the project. Write down the tasks that need to be done. Write down who's responsible for each task. Communicate to stakeholders the plan and the status of the plan. Communicate to stakeholders before, during, and after the project. When a deadline is missed for any given task, set a new deadline. Don't leave missed deadlines on the plan. These keys to success, they may seem basic. Make sure you know the goal. Make sure you know the stakeholders. Make sure the stakeholders know the goal. Write down these key facts and share them. It will ensure success for your project. As you're tracking a project and things slip, and they will slip, adjust and set new deadlines. I can't tell you how many times I've seen projects with past due deadlines still on the project plan. They're meaningless. When you're making tasks and writing them down, be explicit about observable deliverables. Don't let your tasks be abstract. I had this revelation when I had a project with tasks like research new technology. I found that I couldn't know whether or not this task was complete. It was much more effective to translate this task into something concrete. For example, email the results of researching new technology to the stakeholders. I knew it was done when I received the email. Observe the completion of the task, and you'll avoid getting into a semantic discussion about whether or not it's done. Third, be awesome at speaking to an audience. You'll need to talk to an audience at some point in your career. You will need to share ideas, your work, your results. In business, we're paid for results, and it's important that you're able to share them and the impact of your results on the business in an effective presentation. You'll need to be able to organize your thoughts and share them verbally with others so that they understand. One of the keys to an effective presentation is to become comfortable speaking in front of people. Skills and tips abound from all corners on this. Toastmasters is a national organization that's wonderful at helping folks get comfortable speaking to an audience. What Toastmasters knows and helps organize is practice makes perfect. This organization creates a forum and a progression to help people make speeches, get feedback, and move forward. The more you speak to an audience, the more comfortable you become. I had the benefit of doing public speaking when I was in high school. I practiced it every week. I competed every Saturday. And after tons of practice, I give credit to becoming better and better. While these three areas, running a meeting, managing a project, speaking to an audience, they're not unique skills. They are skills you need to be awesome at in order to be awesome in your career as a technical leader.